Poilievre asked Trudeau how high his carbon tax would have to be to get the forest fires to stop. And then Justin Trudeau said, if you don't think that taxes change the weather or stop cigarette butts from flying out of car windows, that you are engaging in climate denialism at its finest.
Prime Minister's carbon tax applies on barns, on grain drying, on fertilizers, on off-farm vehicles. It costs literally tens of thousands of dollars for many individual farmers, all of which gets passed on. But the Prime Minister, instead of defending his taxes, resorted to a really wacko and unhinged claim that if Canadians just paid more taxes, there would be suddenly less fires. I thought that water and not taxes put out fires. But maybe the Prime Minister can clarify, how high would his tax have to go for forest fires to stop?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, Canadians are facing the impacts of the extreme weather events that come from climate change that are unfortunately getting worse and worse every year. That is why our government from 2015 onwards has stepped up in the fight against climate change, because not only are we reducing Canada's emissions to the lowest level outside the pandemic in 25 years, but we're also stepping up in the jobs and technological innovations that the world needs to successfully fight climate change. We will continue to fight climate change, Mr. Speaker, and put more money in people's pockets while he sits with his arms crossed and no plan.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
He didn't answer my question. Now he says that his taxes are going to make Canada a high-tech wonderland. Before, his claim was that it was going to stop forest fires. It's him that made the link, not me. Obviously, I think the link between the two is absolutely ridiculous, because his tax is not an environmental plan. It's a money-collecting plan. It's a plan of government greed. So I'll ask the question again. He wants to hike the tax to 61 cents a litre. If it gets to that high and people are all starving in the streets, will that stop the forest fires?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, in the Leader of the Opposition's desire to make clever rhetorical points, he actually completely ignores the basic facts. The price on pollution is revenue neutral for the federal government. That means the money that comes in for the price on pollution, for the carbon tax, gets returned to the jurisdictions, and is why the Parliamentary Budget Officer found 8 out of 10 Canadian families in jurisdictions where the carbon price applies do better with the Canada carbon rebate that comes in 4 times a year than the price on pollution costs them. That's a plan to fight climate change and put money in people's pockets.
This goes on for another minute or so. And we're just going to all get stupider from watching Justin Trudeau tell us that this is climate denialism at its finest. How dare you, conservatives, not believe that giving money to the federal government will stop arson and careless use of campfires and sparks falling off the tailpipes of ATVs and lightning. You know what? I firmly believe, and if I don't believe it, then I'm a climate denialist at its finest, that if I pay more money to Justin Trudeau than the farmer who blew a tire on my road 2 weeks ago on his trailer and the sparks caused a grass fire, the problem is I wasn't paying enough money to Justin Trudeau. So if I had paid more money to Justin Trudeau, then it would have kept the air in my neighbor's tire, and then it wouldn't have caused a spark on the pavement, which then caused a grass fire a couple of weeks ago. So my fault, I guess. I'm the worst. We're all the worst for not voting for Justin Trudeau, as you know.